Hello. So for my aphorism, I chose the expression all that glitters is not gold. And the first thing I did is when I started, I wanted to look up what that translates to in Mayan. And it's ma tulakal u tak chahal takin. It was a little bit easier for me to break it down this way because that way you have the Mayan language and then the Mayan glyphs. And it was a little bit easier to translate the words, although when we look at our syllabary we find that most of our sounds are vowel consonant. And so if we look at this word tulakal, we find that there's a consonant on the end, and again here takin, there's a consonant on the end. And in our syllabary it's not easy to find sounds that have consonants on the ends, and so when I translated it, it sounds like ma ta la ka la lu ta ka ch, the ch sound ch, ha la ta ki ina. And so we see here we end with na even though our word ends with n, because we don't have that sound ending with a consonant. So this is the closest version I came up with. And the breakdown of this is ma tulakal is not everything or not all. We have u tak chahal, which is sparkles, shines, or glitters. And then takin, which is gold. So not everything, sparkles, gold. So for my glyphs, I went with ones that I wanted to fit together like a picture, and I did notice that often we see shapes that have this sort of diagonal slant here. We have it here, here. These look really similar in shape, even though we're different, and we kind of see that a lot, and I thought that was interesting, and it made me want to sort of explore drawing these in this certain style. This is my cat, Hazel. Hi, Hazel. I wanted to explore doing these shapes more and actually downloaded the syllabary so that in my off time I can kind of go back in here and figure this out more, because I really like the style of it. It's not just language, it's a picture, and so I think when you look at the picture without knowing what the words mean, it actually looks like art. And as for my art that I did here, I started off just using purple and gold, reason being that they are complementary. I wanted to work with those contrasting colors. And then it looked a little bland for me, so I went in and I threw in this mint color, but you can tell I started off using these. So if I could go back, I would mix these colors up a little bit. And another thing that I noticed when I was going along is you can kind of, as far as I can tell, put these shapes in whatever space you deem worthy. Like this guy here, law, is the same as this law, but I wanted things to fit together kind of geometrically. And so it was sort of a flow or a process when you got to each glyph. Like this one turned out a bit longer, so you could stack this. This one was actually one I really liked a lot. To fill in the spaces to kind of make them even. And I like that a lot, and that's another reason I kind of wanted to spend more time with these shapes, is you do get artistic freedom to kind of throw them in as necessary, but I think as you feel necessary, but I think that it looks really nice when things fit together really nice. It did not turn out that I could fill this shape. I would have liked that. And to finish it off, I would say that this was a really fun process. I did find that looking up the Mayan language did help with being able to translate things. I think if I had done it from English, like a lot of these words have consonants on the, actually all of them have consonants on the end. All that glitters is not gold. So these words would have been pretty difficult to try to like transfer over here to words that only have vowels on the end. Anyway, that's my project. Thank you very much for watching.